Now that we have reached the sides, you will need to take a horizontal secondary parting. I have taken this section to just behind the ear, as we will be directing our hair back to this point. We will need to let equal amounts of hair down on either side of the head. When we release these sections, it's important that we don't make the section too deep. The reason for this is that we need to maintain control and tension over the hair. If you take a section that is greater than can fit between your second knuckle, you may lose tension through the hair slipping through your fingers. We will cut these two sections first to make sure that both sides are even, prior to completing one entire side. Taking a 1 centimetre guide and a small portion of the previously cut section, project the hair 45 degrees from the head and remove your length. Take another centimetre section, combing that section back to meet the section previously cut. This is now a stationary guideline. Again, combing your final section at the front hairline, back behind the ear, and remove your length. Now that you've completed this side, repeat exactly the same cutting procedure on the opposite side. Now that you've completed the opposite side, take another section, comb the hair evenly roots to ends. Ensure that your hair is evenly dampened throughout the haircut. With this next section, you now have a guide from below and from behind the ear. Drag the hair back using the fine end of the comb, projecting your fingers on a 45-degree angle. Remove your length. Taking another centimetre, dragging the hair cleanly back to your stationary guide. Body position should be in line with your stationary guide just behind the ear. Taking our last section, combing this section back, keeping our projection angle, sighting our guide, removing our length. With our next section, we will now be cutting above the crest line. We do not project the hair above this area of the head. Evenly dampen the hair. Comb the back section of the hair out of your way so it doesn't impede on your cutting. As you can see, we are no longer projecting the hair at 45 degrees. Continue taking a 1 centimetre section, combing that section with the fine end of the comb evenly from roots to ends, drawing that section back to just behind the ear where your stationary guide is. Taking another centimetre section, we repeat exactly the same cutting procedure. As you can see, by dragging the side section to just behind the ear, this will increase our length and our line of inclination toward the front of the head. Now that we have reached the top of the head form, we will need to comb the hair evenly from roots to ends. Taking a 1 centimetre section, we will direct the hair back to our stationary guide behind the ear. We are no longer projecting at 45 degrees. Taking another section, comb the hair evenly and thoroughly back to our stationary guide behind the ear. Our body position should remain in line with our stationary guide. Our stationary guide should always appear solid. If it appears shattered or uneven, you are most likely not maintaining your original guideline position. Now that you have completed this side of the haircut, repeat exactly the same cutting procedure on the opposite side of the head. Now that you have completed the haircut, we need to check that both lengths are even. To do this, comb a panel of hair upwards at 90 degrees, and the hair should come to an even point. Once you have checked that your lengths are even, check with your supervisor as to how they would like you to style this haircut.